What's going on, guys? It's RetroBitPanda here again with another pickups video. I haven't had one of these in a while, mainly because I've just been hunting for games, and I've been getting a lot of stuff. Like, this is probably going to be a 15-minute plus video. I just haven't had the time to actually record like a pickups episode or something like that. But I'm back, and I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right through it, man. I went and bought this cool little toolkit on eBay, and it comes with a tri-wing screwdriver. You can tell it's really small, and a little Phillips head, and then it comes with two there it goes. Two security bit removers. This one, I think this one's for Super Nintendo, and this one's for Genesis, because the Genesis ones have a little, theirs are fatter. So I picked it up on eBay. I think I paid like $11 for it, and it wasn't a bad deal. I mean, I needed it for a specific reason, and this X-Acto knife does not come with it. You just need to go buy at the local craft store, or at a local Walmart or whatever. But a couple of videos ago, actually like a while back, my girlfriend bought me an AGS 101 Game Boy Advance SP that was pretty scratched on the top. So what I went in on eBay, I got a shell replacement. I got a pearl white shell replacement. I think the eBay user is like the god of gaming, but I just picked up another one from him. I just bought another one that was an orange original Game Boy Advance shell. But basically, it's just a shell, no innards. You're supposed to swap that out yourself, and to do that, you need to open up the original 101, which you'll need a tri-wing for. And it actually wasn't that bad. I mean, I thought it was gonna be pretty hard, but it's not. I mean, there's tutorials on YouTube and stuff like that, and I mean, it works. So I was pretty stoked to do that. It was my first time ever like doing something like that, like swapping the motherboard. So I think I paid like $11 for it, and that guy is a US seller, so it came in pretty fast, not like in like China and stuff like that take weeks to show up, and maybe you have to pay import fees or whatever. But alright, so now to the flea market finds for that weekend. I bought a Game Boy Color, and I'll tell you why it's clear in a minute. And in that same stand, I got Pokemon Blue, which is I'm not sure what's wrong with it. I need to fix it up, because at the start screen, and all the character sprites are black squares. So if anybody knows what that is, if this is done, then I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But I'm trying to find a way to fix it. I got the Pokemon Blue, the Game Boy Color, Atomic Purple, and a copy of Pokemon Pearl for the DS, but they're pretty dirty. I got all three of those for 12 bucks, I think. And the reason why this is clear is because my girlfriend also a long time ago picked up a Berry Game Boy Color that did not turn on. So I swapped out the motherboard from the Game Boy Color and put it into the Berry one so that she could play it, because she really likes this color. So if anybody is interested in a Atomic Purple Game Boy Color shell, go ahead and PM me. I'm also on Instagram. I also have this listed on Instagram. My username is RetroBitPanda. So if you want to just DM me on Instagram if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that if you're interested. It does work. The ribbon cable in there does work. You're just gonna need to swap the motherboard from your current Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color. I mean, so that was pretty sweet. 12 bucks. I mean, 12 bucks for Pokemon Pearl would have been a decent deal. And Blue, hopefully I could fix this. So that same day, I ended up getting Parappa the Rapper on the PSP. My girlfriend and I were looking for the PS1 version of this, and we just caved in and picked this up from a local reseller. It was still sealed, actually. I paid 10 bucks for it, and it was still sealed. And then for $1 each, I got Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, which I heard is kind of hard to find. I'm not sure. Or getting hard to find, because since it's a PSP port. Liberty City Stories and Red Dead Revolver, all complete with their manuals. So that wraps up the first weekend. I was staying with my girlfriend because her parents were out of the country. So that was our first weekend of game hunting. And then, sorry guys, I'm just gonna move some stuff around and quickly get to the next stuff. I went to a flea market about 45 minutes away from where I live, and the only things that I picked up from one of the flea markets that I went to there were these Ninja Turtles. So I got Raphael. Trying to get this as fast as possible. Leonardo. Donatello. Last but not least, Michelangelo. I picked up all these for 10, but someone on Instagram pointed out to me that they're fake or they're bootleg because they don't have any toe articulation. But the bottom of them say, let's see, 2012 Viacom, from El Segundo, California, China. So I mean, they're pretty decent looking for bootlegs. Not bad. So I picked these up for 10, and they all came with their weapons. And what else did I get from that? I also got, at the second flea market we went to, the only thing I found was Loco Roco on the PSP, which is a really fun game. Highly recommend that you play as these little balls, and the more like you play as one, and then you eat flowers, and every time you get a flower you get fatter and fatter, and the fatter you get, the more of these will pop up when you like I guess not explode, but you can, there's certain areas where you won't fit unless you hold a circle, and then you'll turn into all these little funny little things. So that's really fun. My girlfriend loves playing that game. Alright, so the reason we went out of town was because we went to a soccer game. I'm a huge soccer fan. And the next day we hurried home because we were gonna go to another town to go to a garage sale that listed Super Nintendo games. So we get there, and sure enough, there's somebody shows up saying that he's there looking for the same things. So well, as soon as I get there, I get there first. I ask the guy. He pulls out Super Nintendo the original model with like Mario Kart, Mario World, Street Fighter 2. So I grabbed Mario Kart just for the trade value. There isn't much, but I ended up giving the other guy, the Super Nintendo and the games, because that guy asked if he had any more stuff, and the guy pulled out a gold. You can't tell. I don't know if you could tell, guys, because of the lighting, but this is a gold Game Boy Pocket, and it came with Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening and Ken Griffey Jr. presents Major League Baseball. So I was like, all right, I'll give you the Super Nintendo if you give me that, and he agreed, because I don't know why I've just been running into these a lot. So I paid $10 or no, 15 with this and Mario Kart, and then right after we're in the area and we're near our flea market, our local flea market, so we said, what the heck, we were really tired, but we persevered and found a bunch of good stuff. The first games that I found, I'm trying to hold everything so it won't fall, was Wario Master of the Skies, Pokemon Ranger, and then Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but it was empty. But later in the day I found Pokemon Pinball, so I just stuck it in there. I'll probably print out a sleeve for that, or maybe for another game that I have loose. So I got those three for 10, and then I ended up finding a copy of Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the Xbox, which is a pretty expensive for an Xbox game. Like, it goes for like $30, and I picked it up for $2, so I'm selling that on eBay. And I found a copy of Zelda Oracle of Ages for $5. And what was good about that was, I don't know if you guys remember, I found a bunch of empty boxes at a church sale, and among those empty boxes was the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages with manual. It's complete. Super happy to get that. I want to get Seasons, and that's been eluding me for a while. But anyways, back to the games. I ended up trading that Mario Kart that I got for Donkey Kong Country. So I'm stoked to get that. I'm stoked to play that on my SNES Mini. Sorry guys, it's a lot of stuff. So finally, I go to one of the resellers there, and he tells me that he brought a bunch of Genesis games and that he was hoping that I'd be there. So sure enough, I show up to his booth, and he shows me, and the 2 games that I got were Toe Jam and Earl Panic on Funkotron. Sorry. And a copy of Sonic and Knuckles. I already had this game, but I was missing the top piece, and there was a chip right here on the board. So picked both of these up for 10. And that concluded that day. Pretty sure I might miss a couple things, but now it's off to a Craigslist deal that I made, or I did, sorry, that I bought, sorry. Here's one tip, I don't know if most of you guys probably know this already, is to, when you're on Craigslist, to do search for individual words, like Game Boy or Nintendo and stuff like that. So I did so, I typed in Game Boy, and someone had listed that they had a Game Boy Advance SP in the box with a couple games. So there's a Game Boy Advance SP, it's Platinum, and it came with Dr. Mario, the rarest game of all time, Disney Princess, and has a Finding Nemo inside of this as well. So there's 2 games in there. Crash Bandicoot Entranced. Sorry guys. Which my girlfriend had of the game, so now it's complete. Metroid Zero Mission and Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2. Unfortunately, they did not have the actual games. They had Classic Series and Metroid and Classic Series Super Mario Bros. But that wasn't too bad. I think I paid, I think like 40 or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm just stoked to get this Game Boy Advance SP. I wouldn't mind paying, if that's retail, I don't mind paying retail for it. So that's pretty sweet. My first boxed Game Boy. Handheld. I'm just throwing all this stuff on the floor. Up next. Okay, so now let's bring this up to this week. So my girlfriend and I go to the flea markets on Friday. And this past Friday, which would be September 12th. And we leave the house and we hit a bunch of traffic, and we're thinking like, man, all the deals are gonna be gone or whatever. So we go to the flea market and we don't find anything. And on the last row we went to, which is a produce row where they sell a bunch of vegetables and stuff like that, was this guy that was selling some Pokemon stuff, like some Pokemon collectibles, such as this Jigglypuff, which is still sealed inside the Pokeball, and a Charizard one, which I cannot reach because it's out of my arm's length, and this these 2 cool little keychains that we got. Oh, my girlfriend got a Jigglypuff, and I got a Psyduck. So that was pretty sweet, but what I didn't realize was that the guy had video games, and my girlfriend was looking at him right away. So I turned around, and the first thing I saw was that they had a bunch of Gamecube games, and I'm just gonna go through the games real fast. Again, another copy of Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the Xbox. Anybody wants to trade for that, let me know. Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut, complete. Resident Evil Code Veronica X, complete. And then now we got, and Resident Evil 4 on the Gamecube. And then we get to the good stuff. The first thing I actually saw was these spines. I saw the Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Mario Sunshine, and my automatic thought was that they're empty. And I also saw Mario Party 8, which was complete. So then I opened them up, and I think Mario Sunshine was complete. Twilight Princess was the only one that didn't have a manual, so if anybody has a manual, let me know, I'm interested. And finally, The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. So I asked the guy how much he wanted, and he said $3 a piece on the GameCube game, so basically, and the Wii game. So in essence, I got these 5 games, or 6 games, sorry, for $18. And then I paid $5 for Battlefront 2, just because the guy was really cool, and then I think I got $1 for this game, and then everything ended up being like $35. I'm pretty sure at least that's how much it cost. So, I mean, I was stoked. I couldn't believe I saw, like, literally the first 4 were like that, and I needed Twilight Princess, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Party 8. Just big ones to scratch off my list. And my list, I mean, I know Mario Sunshine might not be anything, or might not be that rare at all, but it's been eluding me for quite a long time, and now I finally have it. And then Twilight Princess was just, for $3 was a steal. So, and also forgot a copy of Ocarina of Time on the 64 for $5. So, I mean, it was kind of awkward because the guy was asking me what are fair prices for GameCube games, and I told him, I didn't tell them what they're worth, I told them what I pay for them. So I told him, you know what, man, I honestly only pay $3 for these games. And he said, well, alright, well then, those are $3 each. Does that make me a bad person? I'm not sure. You guys can tell me, but a deal's a deal, and I couldn't pass up on it. So finally, also that day, sorry guys, I'm reaching right behind me. Some VHS pickups. I got Terror of Mechagodzilla, digitally remastered, and Godzilla, Son of Godzilla. So I got those for $1 each. And which brings us to today. I only got 2 games today. Man, I can't reach. I got a copy of Kirby Mass Attack, which looks really fun from the back. Kirby games are fun in general. And I ended up, this guy at my flea market, he had a bunch of really good stuff today. He usually brings out like just, you know, good stuff, but today he brought in, you know, the really high quality stuff. And I took a copy of Ocarina kind of as a trade bait, and he had like Mega Man 3, 4, 6. He had a lot of games, and he had Mega Man 3 listed at $25. So I asked him if we could do like partial trade for the Ocarina and then cash on top. So maybe it would have taken off like $10, and he said no, but he was kind of being a douche. So I kind of just left his stand. I didn't buy anything from him today. He's a cool guy, but today he was kind of being attacked by people because of all the good stuff that he had. So I understand. But I ended up taking that Ocarina, and I ended up trading it. I only paid $5 for it, so I ended up trading it for a clear Game Boy Pocket. Like I said, I've been running into these everywhere, and the guy was like so amazed that he gave me a copy of Tetris for free. So, I mean, it's in really good shape. I mean, the barcode has the back cover, and it works, most importantly. There you go. So, I mean, I paid $5 for the Legend of Zelda. So, I mean, I thought it was a good deal. So yeah, guys, that's basically what I got these past couple of weeks. Oh, one more thing. My girlfriend's dad found this box for Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, but it has Need for Speed in there. It has a manual though, so all I need is a game. And Toy Story 2. So that was cool for free, you know. Hopefully I can run into the game loose. So that's basically it, guys. Again, this thing right here, these tools, they're really good investment. Like if your game is dirty, you just get the little one. It's the little one, yeah. You put it on the bit, and then you just twist it off. Most bits on Nintendo games are magnetic, and these things will pick it up, but some of them aren't. And then you just slide it off. There you go. There's the game. I don't know why it has a save battery for Ken Griffey Jr. But then it's easier to clean the game, and you can swap out the batteries and stuff like that. So again, I don't remember the username, but if you see the little pack like that, please just take a look at it. It's a really good investment. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. Might be missing like one thing or one game that I didn't pick up, but that's basically all I've got for this video. Let me know what you guys found. Did you guys find any good games, any rare games? Did you guys get any really good deals or something like that? In the comments down below. I'm on Instagram. Again, my Instagram name is RetroBitPanda, and I'm on Twitter too, although I don't really tweet as often. I'm trying to get back into it, but my Twitter name is @RetroBitPanda, and if you guys can go subscribe to those media outlets, I'll be sweet. And if you can, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and like this video, please. It'd mean a lot. So thanks guys, and until next time, take care. Thank you for watching.